What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Ezgo. And I got a new truck. Well, the truck was a hand-me-down truck. My dad got a new truck and he bought it new back in 2002 and he gave it to me. It's got a little over 200,000 miles, but it's still a good truck. But Ezgo, will it run video? So I'm gonna give you a rundown of this right here cart. It doesn't run. I'm gonna give you a rundown on how I got it with what else I got for the deal I got. So first look, it's an Ezgo. It's got some 14s, 23s, and they put my name on it because I was gonna buy it. One of the guys hit me up last week, said, hey, I've got a bunch of golf carts we need to liquidate. I got some that don't run. Would you be interested if I send you some pictures and I'll show you? I said, sure. So he sent me this cart here. Said it does not run, but it has batteries in it. He wants $750. I said, well, send me what else you got. He sent me a couple of other things, some other TXT golf carts, a club car president, and everything. I ended up buying 6 golf carts for $2,500. One is a Yamaha AC with a Navitas aftermarket controller. One is a club car president. 2 Ezgo TXTs, a green one and a white one. I believe both of them are 36 volts. I believe one series and one's a DCS. I got the club car president, I got this one, and I got another little blue TXT. This one's got some speakers in it. I got my batteries, controller. It's got like a little amp and everything down there. But I picked all of them up for about $2,500. Here was a YouTube short I was gonna make, but I decided against it, but I'll show you right here. Not a bad score today. A little Yamaha here, lifted. Green controller. 36 Ezgo. Little president. My limo. And the other one is at the house, but came up $25.59 out the door. I don't think that's too bad. For what? A couple of carts here. Now we got the back of this cart here. I believe these are, I wouldn't say premium seats, but they are aftermarket seats. Let's see. I believe they stretched this for the customer, but I haven't dove into it yet or anything. 48 volts. I think the first thing we can do is check the batteries, but those are D of 22 batteries. Might be good, might not be good. Don't know yet. These are, looks to be double take seat covers, so they look pretty good. It's not a bad looking cart. I don't like this. I think this is ugly here, but for the price, I decided to jump all over it. $750. But on today's video, we're going to try to dive into this one and see if we can get it running and see what we can do with it. First thing I notice is both headlights here. They got like a crack in both sides. They are LED headlights. Tires don't look bad on both sides. The wheels don't look bad. Little 6-inch lift. Got some, in there it doesn't look bad as well. I was worried about the frame on these. From what I can see, it doesn't look too bad. Has the DS18s. The dash is pretty stock. Floorboard there doesn't look bad. Controller cover. This was like that, so controller might be bad. I don't know yet. These generally always break. People just put screws in them. It's not bad. I don't know what year this cart is because generally that tag will be there. It's missing. There might be one up underneath here, and it is, and we'll get to that just in a little bit. But there it is. I've always been told, my dad, my uncles, granddad, everyone, you don't make money when you sell something. You make money when you buy something. And when he sent those pictures over, he said I didn't want a penny more, and I'm not taking a penny less. And I jumped all over him. So we're gonna have a bunch of Ezgo videos coming up, I'm sure. It's probably enough rambling about this right here. And we need to get in here, start checking some batteries. And if we don't have any voltage here, we might try to get some other things going. One of the things I see is they're jumping a lot of power and ground from the batteries, but there's a DC to DC converter in there, which I don't know if they built this cart for somebody, they may have, or somebody else. Not exactly sure. DS cup holder. Got me some WD-40, but there it is. I'm gonna get this right here off the trailer and pick you up in just a minute. All right, maybe you guys can see this. I think the first thing we're gonna do is check these batteries, make sure they're good or not. Let's see what we got. That's not good. 0.3 volts, 7.8 volts. That was decent. 3.6, 5.59, and 5 volts. So I can tell you right now that this ain't gonna work out right here. Whatever the pack voltage is, just for giggles. 21 volts, 20 volts. That's not good. I think the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and remove these batteries, and we're gonna drop in a lithium just so we'll have 48 volts into the cart, and then we can start checking it from there. All right, so I just checked out the date code. This is a TXT48, and the date is a 2010 model. All right, like I said, it's not perfect. We're just dropping it in there to see exactly what we might have. I might leave it in there, to be honest with you. I don't know just yet. Now we're gonna turn the battery on, or we can put it, yeah, turn the battery on here, turn this to run. See if we have anything else. All right, so see. We're getting nothing. So looking at these battery cables, I know that's not gonna fix it, but I'm gonna go ahead and shine those up a little bit so we can at least make a good connection. I'm gonna do that on both of them. All right, so I went ahead and got both those lugs smoothed down, going to the copper there. We know that we have good contact with the battery. I think one thing next I'm gonna do is come in here. I might try to test the solenoid to see if it's working or not, or if we need to replace it as well. It's not looking like the y'all guys. It's looking like solenoid. And I think if the front of the controller was underwater to that little mark right there, and the solenoid was as well. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the solenoid. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get it out and replace it. We might try to clean some of this mess down here as well. And I'm gonna look, because I think I may have one of these right here controllers. So I didn't get no further than just this one nut. And there was only one ring terminal on this resistor. So got the solenoid out, solenoid plate out, solenoid's off. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just try to hit this right here plate with the side grinder and maybe shoot a can of black, flat black on there just to make it look a little bit better. Got a quick little cleanup here with the side grinder. All right, it's the next day. Bracket's all painted and it looks a lot better. And we're gonna go ahead and try to assemble this with the new solenoid and find out what our next issue is on the cart. I'm sure it's something. In order to wire up the solenoid, I'll throw a schematic up here or whatever. We got a couple of different things we got to do. Number one, there's going to be 3 wires down here, a yellow, a red, and it looks like a blue here, or purple. Anyways, so the red wire, this is going to go to the positive of the battery side. Okay, this is going to give the tow run switch power. I think it's going to go to power number pin 9 on the controller. It's going to give the FNR switch power. It's going to give the key switch power and the reverse buzzer power as well. And the yellow wire is going to be the positive, I believe, and the blue is going to be negative on the solenoid. That's going to go to the smaller terminals. This is going to go to the output side of the solenoid. This green wire is going to the input side of the solenoid here. We're going to give this right here wire power. That will turn the controller on. Usually this is connected to the stock charge port receptacle there. However, since we go in lithium here, we might do away with that charge port on this cart. This blue is going down to the controller. That's your negative there. But we have some things to hook up. It's like these 2 wires here, they go to a meter on the dash, and that meter isn't going to work with lithium, so we'll probably do away with those wires. But yeah, so not exactly sure if I should clean this up anymore. I did take the vacuum in there and vacuum it out. I think it looks a lot better. I need to mount all of this right here, get those wires on this solenoid here, and then we can check the system again. If the system still does not work, we know at least that it's wired correctly. We'll know that the battery is installed or it's in place. We'll know that the solenoid works. That's a brand new solenoid. Then we'll probably need to replace the controller. Now I have an aftermarket, I have a factory controller that I took off of a buddy of mine's cart he was going to throw away. And I believe it's the same one, and I might have a motor as well. So all in all, it should power up, you know, with changing these 4 parts here. Not exactly sure about the piece in the floorboard, the ITS. Not exactly sure about that, if that's damaged as well or not. Just some more things to think about, but following the schematics is pretty simple. I'll try to place the schematic somewhere on the screen, and you can copy it or whatever. I'll put a link to it in the description. But what I'm doing is I just went online, I typed in TXT48 and put schematics, and I just downloaded a schematics off the internet. So anyways, I'm getting back to work here, and I'll pick you back up in just a minute. All right, solenoid's in. I just tried it off camera. Nothing's going on, so we know the battery is charged up. We've got it wired down here, going into the solenoid down in here. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove this controller here. One thing as you can see is, looks like a water line right here. So maybe the controller is bad. I'm gonna go ahead and replace that next. Yeah, that don't look too good in there, does it? I'm gonna go ahead and pull this right here apart. Probably just go ahead and chunk this right here. I did see a void if sticker is broken, or warranty if sticker is warranty void if sticker is broken. This right here must have already had another controller on it. So what we got on the bottom, I think best bet, let's go ahead and replace this right here. All right, got the new controller in, and after looking at everything, where the water line was up on the old controller is probably maybe a half or 3/4 the way up on this old motor here. Came up this morning. First thing I did is I cut the 2 tabs off there so the battery would drop down into place, and it is in place. I'm still gonna, I want to clean all of this up as best as I can, but I want to get it running right way the first time. So I just tried to take it for a spin, but I think we're gonna go ahead and replace the motor. Even though the motor was spinning with no load, with load, it was kind of shuddering a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace the motor next. Since, you know, the controller was part way in the water. That means the motor was probably majority of the way under the water. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now, and I'll pick you back up in just a minute. All right, so got the battery here, controller, solenoid. I just replaced the motor. This is the sound system that was previously installed. Looks like a SoundStream amp, a Bluetooth device that tells the amp what to play, and a little 12-volt converter there. But the 12-volt converter doesn't have a relay on it. There's no fuse block in here, so we're gonna get rid of this right here, trash, to begin with. I've got another converter that we're gonna put in here. I've ordered a fuse block, a relay, and I've ordered a radio so we can get rid of the little amplifier deal there. Try to clean it up best as we can. Still need to clean up back here, maybe pressure wash a little bit. However, I don't think it's looking bad. This is what the cart looks like. Okay, and it's pretty good here. It now runs perfectly fine. It's got good brakes. I need to work on the brake pedal, because once you push it down, it doesn't want to come all the way up, and you have to pull it back with your foot. So I believe there's a spring. You can hear the solenoid clicking on and off. So it's working like it should. The golf cart is working like it should as well. I might continue this build. I'm not gonna just quit with the the system just yet, even though I basically had to replace everything on here except for the rear end. But we got, let's see, reverse here. I don't know exactly how fast it goes. I would say probably about 20, 21. And I took this motor controller off of a buddy of mine's cart that we did an Avitas on for his for that video a long time ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I want to say his cart ran 21, 22 stock. So we'll have to test that out on here as well. But all right, I'm gonna do a speed run, see how fast this little golf cart is.